Hello, my name's KJ and today I'm going to do my 2020 Happy Planner flip through. So this is my cover, the Let's Get Lost, and I really love the font and everything. I love the little evergreen tree detail here. I love evergreen trees. I'm using the gold expander discs from Happy Planner, of course, if you can tell. And then I also did this little DIY by myself. I used some of the dollar store cutting board mats and I just shaped it. I don't know if you could see that, but I shaped it to the disc cutout, the punch version of it. And then I also cut some slits for some elastic here. This elastic is from Amazon, so that way I have some type of closure for when it's being slipped in and out of my bag. I do use the pen loop. This is like the first pen loop I got from Happy Planner. It's still going really strong. I just reuse some adhesive and I stick with that. And then I have the Inkjoy. That's the main one I usually use. I was using Pilot for a little while, but I don't know, I just always go back to the Inkjoy. So that's a little idea if you don't want to tie the elastic this way, or if you don't want to tie the elastic just from here, or have it, you have it completely separate so it just comes off like that. That's a little bit better of a visual. Okay, so let's get into the actual planner part. So in the front here, I just have this zip pouch. So in the past, I did have two folders, but I just found that I wasn't using both sides, and this to me just feels a little bit more durable. Eventually I might repunch this and reinforce it with some heavy duty packaging tape, but for now this is working really well. This is just one of those cheap Walmart plastic zipper pouches. So if I do need to put receipts or bills or anything in here, I do have it. In here I have my color code stickers. Those I just DIY with some watercolor. Excuse me. And then I just adhesive with some permanent, which is pretty easy to get off if you use Goo Gone or baby oil, but I use some of the just the regular sticky tape on here. So I have this one in the front because I like this size, just to write quick like shopping lists or brain dumps, just whatever. And then I just have these two here, these three larger ones, and then I cut these three down to fit just better in the weekly and the monthly boxes. Whoops, see, that one already came off. Yeah, but I just use what I have, and I just prefer Post-its. I have so many different ones that excuse me, I have so many different Post-its that aren't Post-it brand that I just don't use, but I always go back to Post-its because I just feel like they're a little bit more reliable. So then here, these dividers, I like more neutrals. I don't mind different pops of colors seasonally. I'm more of like a seasonal person, but I did make my own dividers. And it's funny because I was trying to find like a deep green like this. It took me forever to find it, but I went to Hobby Lobby and they actually had a photo cutout mat that I trimmed down. It was a little crazy to cut through, but it did the trick, and I didn't have to reinforce it because it was already so thick, like thicker than cardstock. So here in the front I have my daily schedule. This is actually inspired from At Home with Kita. And then I have my weekly schedule, which I'm working on pretty much. And then I have my admin day. So I did get this idea from, I forgot what her name is, but she did her kind of like weekly checklist here. But I did, I just put this over it so I don't have to recreate it, and then when I feel like I want to recreate it, I can always just add that in. So this is just a list of things I try to do weekly to kind of reset my week. Some are like every 2 weeks, some might be every 3 weeks. And then I eventually do want to do my beauty routine and a monthly routine in here. And then I just have So the first section here within the divider, because I only have 3 dividers, but I have a lot of subsections here. So I love these kind of like sheets that you can find at dollar stores and places like that, but this one's so cute with the mushroom. So then I have some half sheet paper, and then I keep some lined paper, and then just some different paper, and then I do have a top clear tab. So with these tabs, I just made them by cutting plastic. I love clear tabs. I just like to keep it simple. I have 3 top clear tabs, if you could see. So yes, I do love using the daily sheets, but I haven't really been using them too much because I work Monday through Friday, so it's pretty much the same situation. But I will use these on the weekends occasionally now when I feel like I want to get my weekends more together. So that is the first section. So basically it's like notes, brain dumps, and my schedules are going to start to go in there. So the second section is actually my goals section. So the reason why I don't include this into my planning tab, which is this tab here, is because to me I want this just separate. I probably could include it, but I just want this towards the front, be the first thing. This is like what I'm trying to focus on more this year, is having like a goal section. So this was, I think, the Boss Babe line. I have that one, which is a dashboard, but it just became too much. So what I actually ended up doing is make a Kanban board with it. If you're not familiar with it, it is basically you do to do, in progress, and then you do done. And you're supposed to make an actual board with it. It's something that like business management and different places use. So I have 3 goals here. So each of these will have a sticky note. Each of these are goals. And then once I have that step, you're supposed to transfer it over to here. It's really great. I don't want to go too much into detail about all the different stuffs in here, but I've been using a monthly. I've been using I think this was called Vintage Botanicals. Really love the monthlies. I'm still trying to get the hang of how I want to use them, to be honest. I was like, yeah, I definitely need a monthly. Like, I need habit tracker so I can have my 3 goals, because I really only set 3 goals quarterly. That's kind of like the point of the Kanban board. I actually got that from another YouTuber, but I love the top 3 priorities, the check it off, and then you get the to-dos. So I'm still trying to get the hang of how I want to use this for goals, but that's what I have here. And I have March. I'm going to be doing that quarterly, trying to plan from there. And then I have goal setting. I just made this off of things I found off of Pinterest, or just over time that I remembered. Like, everyone knows SMART goals, but do you know schemes? Which is a really interesting concept, which schemes is more for, I use more for projects, and to me goals are different from projects, so I try to break those down. Then I just found this on Pinterest, and I just wrote it in, goal setting to the noun, and then I have a key of kind of what I want to do when I set goals. And then I do have a project key, so if I'll put like my craft projects in here too, because usually my craft projects are something a little bit larger than, larger than, you know, a goal, but I just want to keep them in here. So then I just have this piece of vellum. I really love wood grain and anything earthy and naturey, so my planner is pretty different from the Happy Planner line stuff that, you know, that they usually carry. They don't have a lot of earthy tones. They tried with like Farmhouse. This planner I just feel like was a long shot, but you'll have to see what I did. So yeah, the goals I can go all into, but I have lots of different goal setting stuff in here. I'll have to go into a whole separate video for that. So then in this section I have quite a lot. This is my full name. So beautiful. Love this. And let me just show off this. Like, come on. This is so me. The mountains and the stars. Love it. So what I had to do is I forgot what planner I took actually. I think I took oh goodness, I can't remember what it was. I think it, but if you recognize see the inside here, let me flip to March. I think it's from, I really cannot remember what it's from, but it's basically, I like the colors in here. I've been playing around with like a lot of washi tape in the middle, so yeah. Let me flip to a blank page to show you how I plan the weekly. So there's a lot more that goes into my weekly planning, but basically for my weekly I have my to-dos, then I have my time schedule. So I usually give just a broad kind of generalization of what I want to do that day. So if I have work, then I want to come home, cook, you know, etc. And then down here I break down my 3 goals. So every week I have my 3 major goals, and then, well, I have my 3 major goals quarterly, or is it quarterly? Yeah, every 3 months. And then I break those into sub goals, and then I break the sub goal into mini goals. And so I usually have that on Monday, Wednesday, Friday. I used to put it every single day, but it was just kind of hard to be able to do something every single day for that specific goal. It's like, well, I did this on Monday and I gotta wait till next Monday to get the results. Get what I'm saying? So that could be a whole nother video. But so then for here, I do have my budgeting. It's really hard to show this, but I'll show you guys off up here. So I have this little setup here, and then I have, I mean, I don't really care. Basically, I have very minimal financing because I only rent a room, but yeah, so I usually do what I need to do here, and then I'll do my paycheck here, and then I have my, which these numbers are all messed up now because I moved and I don't really pay for like 3 of these now. But then I have some quotes, and then I have my goals, and then I have my no-buy. I'm trying to do a 3-month no-buy. It's not really going that well, but I did make a little thing for it. I have some other goals here. I'm trying to save for a new car, and I want to break that down, so I did a little doodle. There's so much here. And then I'm going on a trip, so I wanted to break down exactly like the hotel and food, the car rental, the gas. So I did EF. It's through a tour, EF. And then I have my actual budgeting. So again, I use the monthly. And for the monthly, I have this setup. So I washed out a lot of these, and this is what I did. So you can do whatever savings account. You can do savings checkings. You could actually name it like your whatever bank account you have. But I have name, deposited, and then the final amount. So I have a 360 account. So I haven't really updated this, but I really like this method for this because I wasn't gonna really use the yearly. So for my budget, I just, you know, basic budgeting. I use all this, kind of I do upcoming, use apps, lots of different stuff. I don't mind sharing numbers, but it's just like something I'm not completely comfortable yet with yet. Okay, so then I have my actual budget. Just do a quick skimmer of that. I don't know, I can share numbers, but I'm a student still, so it's just like, it's hard to share numbers. Okay, so that's an older budget, so that's fine. So basically I have a full-time job, and then I have a part-time job, but they're both minimum wage. So this is my fitness section. So I don't know if I showed this too, but I have each of these for my subsections in my planning. And I don't want to go too into depth into these ones because I do want to do separate videos for all of these guys. But I have fitness, and then I have a self-care one right back here, and this is just the cover, or the subdivider for this one. And then in the back I do have a little reward tag. Let me just cover this with my finger, but yeah, in case it gets lost. I would really appreciate if the person gave it back, and I would give a reward if someone found it in good condition. But that is my 2020 planner. I hope it inspired you on what you can do with your planner. Stay tuned for more of my kind of how I break down different sections. It's quite a lot. I'm still learning with the monthlies. I really love the monthlies. It's like at the same time they're super simplified, but then also at the same time it's like I don't know exactly what to do with all the daily pages, so I feel like I might eventually just use the daily pages for something else. Okay, happy planning. Thank you.